Hello and welcome to the Z Hut. I'm Jay, and today we're going to look at how you can repurpose or recycle one of these power strips and junk vacuum cleaner cord to make an extension cord power strip like this. Let me show you first your normal one that you go and get at your store. It's got like a 1.5 to 2 foot cord. Everybody's got a few of these laying around. I literally have hundreds of these, and the same thing, I have hundreds of these power cords. So click how I got them, and then we'll get right into putting this together. I used to work as a painter, an apartment painter, and when people move out, of course, you had to paint the apartment. And people leave these all the time in the closets, still plugged into the wall, in the dumpster. The caretakers, managers, they just throw them away. I'd always ask, yeah, go ahead and take that. Initially, I started grabbing them because there's copper in here. I figured, save them up till I got a 55-gallon drum full. And, well, I do save these ends now. What I do is, also being an apartment painter, I'm at the dumpster all the time throwing away our garbage when we're done painting the unit. And several times a week, sometimes several in one day, I'd find junk vacuum cleaners in the dumpster. I always had my little handy multi-tool. It's got your blades and all that fun stuff in it. And I'd always take and cut the cords off. Once in a while, if it looked like a really nice vacuum cleaner, I'd bring it home to see if I could fix it. Sometimes I could, sometimes couldn't. I'd cut the cord off, just bring it back with me and throw it in the dumpster next time I was there. But, so one day I was looking at, I have to plug these in extension cord all the time. I'm like, you know what? I've got all these cords. Now, what I was originally doing with these cords, I was originally going to scrap them. What I started doing is I could go to, and I bought in bulk, I bought just the ends. This is the male end. I buy the female ends, and if you bought a package of like 50 or 100 of them on eBay, you'd get them for like 30-some cents a piece. You had to buy them in mass bulk. I would put those ends on them, wipe them down with a little, that Armor All car cleaner, and whenever I had a garage sale, I'd put them out there for like $3, $4 a piece, and they would fly, because most of your vacuum cleaners, it's going to be a 10 to 20 foot cord. Now this cord here came off a shop vac, so it's a little heavier duty. It works great. And then this one day I'm thinking, well, I took one of these apart, I looked, you could wire it right in. That's what I'm going to show you here in just a moment. Now we're going to get into actually putting this together. I think I went on long enough on how I got the stuff, but everybody's got something like that laying around. If you don't, keep an eye at your dumpsters. Now, this next one I'm going to be making, I actually have an extension cord that I found in a dumpster. It had the end, the female end was messed up or something, and they had this goofy plug on there. I tested the cord. It is good. It's not broke anywhere. It's a little dirty. This one I'll probably end up keeping for myself. So what I'm going to do is take, cut it off about here, open this up, and we're going to solder it to in. So, all right, I'm going to set this to the side because we're not going to need this. But we're going to open this up and show you how easy this is. Now, I've taken all but the 2 middle screws out just to speed this up a little. There we go. Now another thing too, you can save these cords when you take the short one out, and I did take a couple of them and put female ends on the end. One use, my garage door opener, when we put it in, my cord was pretty much that short of reaching the plug that was in the ceiling for it. So you might want to keep a couple of them cords. Come on, open up. This one's being a little stubborn. We got everything out of it. See, I guess I'm not too worried if I damage this one a little bit, because this one I'm going to probably be keeping for myself for using in the garage here. Oh, well, we broke this one. No big deal. I've got more. What is holding it though is what I want to know. I'm still going to show you how to do it because I have more of this actual particular one, Woolwoods, must have been a popular brand because I think I've got like 50 of this particular one. So I'm going to go ahead and finish opening this. I don't know why that didn't want to pop out in there. That's just odd. Yeah, what I'll do is I'll keep, I'll just take the back off another one. I do have a couple, and I have another one of these that did that, and I keep the rails because sometimes when you open these up, not all the time they're good. Sometimes these were thrown because the rails were bad. All right, but this is what we got inside of there. What we need to do is take, now the black wire comes off here, but the black wire going to the rail, that stays. But the white wire that goes to this rail, you're going to need to desolder that. Okay, now the center, the ground rail, pop that out. You're going to need to desolder that one as well. So we're just going to pull them, let me grab my cutter. I find it easier just to cut them off and then desolder them. Well, don't worry about marking them. When you put this back together, I mean, it's pretty straightforward how these go. They will only fit in the thing one way. Now this one, you see that some spots you might get a little of that green corrosion. Take and clean that off, some electrical cleaner or some sandpaper and a little wire brush. Clean them as much of that off as possible. But I just went ahead and clipped them two off. Now this wire, I clip a little longer. Makes it a little easier to desolder it because this is for the power switch. Now here's another thing. This is a step you could skip. As you notice, this one's nice, shiny. What I did is I also popped the switch out. Now you don't have to do that. You just take your screwdriver, you put it down the side. There's the, oops. There we go. Now I got the other side. Pop that out. So what you can do is pop that one out as well, which also does help make it easier to solder. Then you can clean this off, and my local unclaimed freight store had this really nice spray paint, only $1. This stuff dries in like 3 minutes to the touch. Half an hour, you can't even scratch it with your fingernail. This one can that I paid $1 for is probably enough to do two dozen of them at least. So what you do is you take it all apart, desolder everything. Now this you don't have to. The switch, leave this alone. Then you'll go ahead, once you're done, make sure I put it back in the correct way. You'll pop that in. Put your black side back down in. Now what you'll do is you already had your wire. Now what you can do is you can use and gauge, because it's going to be 3 different lengths when you cut your extension cord. I just take, after I unsolder that, I kind of hold it to it. I take the other cord, hold it up, and I take and try to roughly snip them to the same size. You can have a little extra play in there because you got room, to cram it around. And, then you'll have these soldered on. The green wire goes to your center. Easy. That will go. It'll have your little tabs. The inside ones will be pointed up. So it'll go like that. This one, you can see it's notched. You see these little notches that pop out. Those go on the inside. So that'll go like that. Then, if you didn't break this, which I don't know, this I think is only like the 3rd one out of probably, I think the last garage sale I had to have sold like 50 of these. I was putting them out for, depending on the length of the cord, the 10-foot ones, I think I was getting around $8, and the 20-foot ones, I think I was getting around $12. And they were selling like crazy. I mean, I painted them. Well, I told the people, I mean, it's repurposed stuff, but To go to the store and buy this is going to be like $30 some. I was selling them less than half price, and there's nothing wrong with them. So yeah, then you just put you push your cable down through there, put your top on, screw it down. When you have the cable run through that bend right there, it holds it so it doesn't pull out. I mean, you'd literally have to put your foot on this thing and yank, and you'll probably end up busting this before you'll pull the cord out. These hold pretty good, but this particular one I think I'm going to throw in the box as parts in case anything gets messed up. I'm pretty sure, you know, I've explained easy enough how to solder this. I don't have to actually show you me soldering it. I hope everything made sense. But yes, this will be your finished product right here. Easy, easy, easy to do. I think they take me about 10 minutes, 15, somewhere, probably about 15 minutes to put one together. That's having everything set up and out. Just doing one, I mean, you're going to add a few extra minutes because you got to put the stuff out. When I do these, I usually do, you know, a dozen or two at a time. But yeah, this I was going to put this cord on that one. What I'll do is I'll grab another one out of the box, and this will go for parts. So, all right, with that, I think we can wrap this video up. I hope you found this information useful. If you did, give us a thumbs up. I guess I didn't even check if anybody else did a video on this. I usually like to just make the videos and then see if somebody else did it. I mean, I get lots of good ideas. Sometimes they're original. Sometimes I'll have one where I think it's original, and I'll go on YouTube. Yeah, somebody else has done it, but, well, I'm not copying them. That's kind of one of the reasons I don't even look it up until after I've made it. That way I'm making it my own way. And generally, if somebody else has done it, slightly different approach to doing it. So, all right. Well, with that, we'll just wrap this up. So, thanks for joining us here today. Have a great day. Like I said, please give us a thumbs up. Well, we hope to see you here again. And remember, have fun building your own power strip extension cords.